O campeón de nom, so Charles de Bros. Welcome guys, welcome to the African Fighters. Today we'll be doing a preview on an unusual preview. We're looking at UFC 280 happening this Saturday. The main event, Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makachev for the UFC lightweight title. This is going to be fascinating. I'm going to walk you through their record, their stats, the path to victory for each fighters, and I'll give my final prediction. So let's get straight into this video. Here's a quick backstory. Charles Oliveira was the UFC lightweight champion, still is. Most people regard him as the champion. Charles Oliveira defeated Michael Chandler to become the UFC lightweight champion. He went on to defeat Dustin Poirier. So in the fight, that was his title defense. His second title defense against Justin Gaethje, he misses weight, and the rules is that as a champion you cannot miss weight. Once you miss weight, the belt becomes vacant title. Then the challenger in that situation, if the fight goes on, wins the fight, becomes the champion. So unfortunately for Gaethje, he didn't win the fight. Charles won the fight, but Charles cannot become champion. Then the belt still remains vacant. So at UFC 280 this Saturday, Charles Oliveira will be fighting Islam Makachev for the vacant title. But many people still regard him as champion, including Dana White himself. But the rules are rules, and you have to follow the rules. So according to Charles Oliveira, the champion has a name, and it is Charles de Bros. So let's go straight into this video and preview the fight. So I'll be looking at Charles Oliveira, as you can see on the screen. Charles Oliveira, Charles de Bros Oliveira, 33 wins, 8 losses. Charles Oliveira is currently 33 years old, lightweight, 5'10", 74 inches hand reach. Charles de Bros last fought in May this year when he defeated Justin Gaethje. Charles Oliveira has 33 wins, 8 losses, 1 no contest, 11 winning streak. He's currently on an 11 fight winning streak. Wow. Charles de Bros is fighting out of Houston, Texas. So let's go straight to see his stats and see what he has done. Charles de Bros has defeated the likes of Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Kevin Lee. The name goes on, Jim Miller along the line, Clay Guida. So Charles de Bros, for those who don't know, was a featherweight, and he was kind of struggling in that weight class. He was okay at the start, some back-to-back losses. He was on a winning streak, losing, and then decided to move up in weight to lightweight. He moved up in weight to lightweight in 2017. That's about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. And he lost just one fight in lightweight. He lost to Paul Felder, and that is only defeat. So he has fought 13 times in the lightweight division. He won his lightweight debut, and he then lost to Paul Felder, and he has been on an 11 fight winning streak since then. Since 2018, Charles de Bros has not lost a fight. He has been on an 11 fight winning streak. So let's go and look at his win ratio. So Charles de Bros has won 9 fights by KO, has powerful hands, and he has won 21 wins by submission. Incredible. Of these 21 wins by submission, 16 wins by submission in the UFC. And Charles de Bros currently has the highest wins by submission in the UFC history. Incredible. Currently, Charles Oliveira is ranked also the pound for pound number 2, the main rankings. I think Charles Oliveira is in the pound for pound rankings. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, Charles de Bros is number 3 ranked. Israel is number 2. Charles de Bros number 3 ranked pound for pound. So Charles de Bros is one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Lightweight, very calm guy, respectful guy, humble guy. Charles de Bros is one fighter you would love to see. So let's save time and go straight to Islam Makachev, another humble fighter. Islam Makachev is seen as the mini Habib, or the replica of Habib. Islam Makachev, also Russian, 22 wins, 1 loss, just 1 defeat in his career so far. Islam Makachev is 31 years old. He's on a 10 fight winning streak. That is why he is the number 1 challenger. Islam Makachev has been calling for a title fight for a long time, and is finally getting that now. Islam Makachev is 5'10", and 70.5 hand reach. Islam Makachev is fighting out of Makhachev, Russia, his hometown. And Islam Makachev last fought in February 2022. And Islam Makachev is on the 10 fight winning streak, like I mentioned. Let's take a look at his stats. Islam Makachev has defeated the likes of Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, Thiago Moises, Drew Dopa, Arman Sarukan. He has defeated a good name, Gleason Chiboa, another veteran in the game. So Islam Makachev has put on some good name on his record. His only defeat against Adriano Martins in 2015 at UFC 192, Cormier versus Gustafsson. So that was his only defeat. So Islam Makachev, after that defeat, has been on a 10 fight winning streak. Islam Makachev has fought in the UFC 12 times in the UFC. Actually, he has fought 12 times. 12 times in the UFC, just one defeat. Islam Makachev has 4 wins by KO, TKO, 10 wins by submission, and 8 wins by decision. So this is going to be a very, very classic fight. It's a fight you don't want to miss. Islam Makachev has been fighting since 2010. He has been a pro for over 12 years, for 12 years now. So that's incredible. So let's go to the UFC website and look at the tail of the tape of this fight, and we'll see more about this. We'll go to the final proper breakdown of this fight. So Islam Makachev, Charles Oliveira. What do we have here? Charles Oliveira, the number 1 guy in the division. Charles Oliveira, like I mentioned, 33 wins, 8 losses, 1 no contest, as you can see on the screen. Islam Makachev, 22 wins, 1 loss. Charles Oliveira from Brazil. Islam Makachev from Russia. Charles Oliveira, 5'10". Islam Makachev, 5'10". Similar height, same height. Then the hand reach. Charles Oliveira has advantage in the hand reach. 24-inch hand reach as against 70.5 hand reach. So he has about 3.5 inch longer than Islam Makachev when it comes to hand reach. Charles Oliveira also has advantage when it comes to leg reach, about half an inch longer than Islam Makachev, 41 against 40.5. So that's fantastic. So let's look at the winning ratios. Wins by, you can see Charles Oliveira has 27 wins by KO, TKO, and that's evident from his knockout. Islam Makachev, 18. Charles Oliveira also has more submission, like I mentioned, and he has 16 submission in the UFC, 64% submission against 45% submission of Islam Makachev. But Islam Makachev has a lot of decision wins. He has more decision wins than Charles Oliveira. Islam Makachev has about 8 decision wins, I think. Yeah, Islam Makachev 8 decision wins as against Charles Dubrooks, and Charles Dubrooks has let's take a look at that, has 3 decision wins. So you can see that clearly. Islam Makachev has taken the fight to distance more than Charles Dubrooks. Average fight time, Charles Dubrooks is 6.55 minutes. Islam Makachev 9.11 minutes. So let's look at the significant strike and grappling exchanges. Charles Dubrooks 2 more points per minute, 3.53 against 2.27 of Islam. 53% significant strike landed. Islam has 57% significant strike landed. Charles Dubrooks has done a lot of shot, and his chin is being questioned a lot of time, but he's always find a way to bounce back, recover, and get the victory. Islam is very, very defensive, and he has of less shots. He has 68% defense compared to 52% defense of Charles Dubrooks. Let's look at the grappling exchanges, the very, very important part, the tactical part. Charles Dubrooks has put 2.46 takedown per minute against 3.41 Islam Makachev takedown per minute. Takedown accuracy, Islam Makachev 65% takedown accuracy, Charles Dubrooks 40%. When it comes to takedown defense, Islam Makachev has the good takedown, 88% takedown defense against Charles Dubrooks 57% takedown defense. Significant, very, very important stats we are seeing here. Charles Dubrooks has average submission of 2.89 per 15 minutes. So you put in submission attempts or 2 submissions per 15 minutes. That's what it means. Islam Makachev 1 submission average per 15 minutes. So this is fantastic and incredible. So this is the stats you can see. So now let me go to the nitty-gritty of this fight. Charles Dubrooks has advantage when it comes to the striking. I think he has more knockout ratio. It's very clear from what we've seen. He has powerful hands. He has hot Michael Chandler. He has hot Justin Gaethje, and he has shown how vicious his right hand is and how powerful he can go when it comes to striking. And also we know he's the king of BJJ. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Charles Dubros has 16 submission wins in the UFC, 26 as a whole in his career, or 22, no, 22 I think, 22 as a whole in his career. So Charles Dubros, fantastic grappler. So it's going to be a tactical fight. The sambo wrestling of Islam Makachev versus the BJJ of Charles Dubros. So how is it going to play out? Like you can see, Charles Dubros has more submission average. He can take you down and use his BJJ skills, submit you. Islam Makachev uses chain wrestling, the sambo style wrestling, and dominates you on the ground and kind of try to get submission in there and then finish you. So Islam Makachev also made a bold statement that he's going to dominate Charles Dubros from the get-go. He's going to use his wrestling right on. The video just came out some minutes ago. Charles Dubros also saying he's going to dominate, go straight for the knockout. He's going to knock Islam Makachev out in 1 minute. So I believe these guys are playing mind game. It's a tactical fight. Islam is going to be tactical and being careful not to get submitted by Charles Dubros. And so I think the fight will be stand up for first 2 rounds or so. So it's going to be tactical to see how this fight plays out. So let's go to the advantage. Like I said, Charles Dubros has the advantage when it comes to the grappling as well. Likewise, Islam. The question here, can Charles Dubros take Islam Makachev down? That's the question. Islam Makachev has 88% takedown defense and has more takedown accuracy than Charles Dubros. Islam Makachev may actually shoot him for the takedown earlier. We never can see. But if they keep the fight standing, Charles Dubros has the advantage in the stand-up as well, because I feel he has more powerful hands than Islam Makachev. And also I feel Charles Dubros also have advantage when it comes to the grappling as well. If he's able to use his BJJ and put Islam in danger, or Islam get into a bad position, Charles Dubros could submit him via guillotine choke, via submission, via rear naked choke. So Islam Makachev, I think he can defeat Charles Dubros by submission with dominance. He has to get him to the ground, dominate with his wrestling, and then find the submission in there. But Charles can just do that seamlessly. So this is going to be a tactical fight. You never can tell what will happen. For me, I think it's a 50-50 chance. I think the edge for Oliveira is that his experience. His experience is going to play a big factor here. He's also his fight experience. He has been in more title fights, and he knows how to recover from adversity. So Charles will be able to adapt more better than Islam Makachev. This is going to be Islam Makachev's toughest fight ever. If Islam Makachev can hurt Charles Oliveira in the stand-up, that could be an edge for him. But Charles has shown that he's able to eat shots and get back and come back and fight and dominate. So I see Charles Oliveira looking for a submission in there and could make it quick work within the first 2 rounds. Whereas Islam Makachev will need to dominate Charles for 2 to 3 rounds on the ground with his wrestling and get Charles Oliveira exhausted, making him want to quit or want to get out of there, and then finding a rear naked choke or a guillotine choke and finish him. If not, the fight will go to decision. So Charles can win this fight quickly in the first 2 rounds if he gets Islam Makachev hot and going for submission and finish him. Islam Makachev need to dominate Charles Oliveira, put a beating on him before finishing him. So both of them can win by finish, but Charles Oliveira has a little bit of advantage. I favor Charles Oliveira winning this fight either by submission or by knockout. Islam Makachev can win this fight by submission or by decision. So this is my prediction. There you have it, guys. Make sure you like this video. Share us in the comment section. Who do you think will win this fight? Subscribe to our channel, turn on post notifications. See you some other time. Bye for now, the African Fighters. Peace out.